everybody. Yes, I'm talking to you, Blue Jean. I just wanted to do a real quick close-up this morning. I say real quick, this might be a longer one, we'll see. I'm going to try to keep it moving though. Here I'm already off topic. Anyway, I wanted to sort of give you guys updates on how everybody is, because I know there's a lot happening here right now. And the first thing I should mention is if you hear some banging in the background, we do have construction going on today in the backyard. They are replacing our septic tank, and that is something that we have had planned for quite a while, since before we moved in, actually. We, excuse me, we knew from the time that we did the inspection on this house that that was something we were going to have to do soon. So today is the big day, and they are out there working on it right now. In other news, we're probably not going to stop in and see Custard, but I know people are concerned about how he is because he has been vomiting for the last few days. We got him into the vet yesterday, and the short story is that he is doing much better. He kept down all of his food since the vet visit, and we're slowly ramping him back up to full speed. But I think he is doing well, so he's turned the corner on that one. Oh, and there was the thing about Smokey's URI as well, which the vet thought was allergies. We still don't know whether it is a URI or allergies for sure because we're treating for everything. But whichever one it is, the treatment seems to be working, and Smokey is doing very well. We might try to stop in and see her, I don't know. The only other bit of important news, of course, you guys are excited to see the 3 new kittens, and I'm excited to show them to you. We will get up there. We will show you the 3 new kittens before the end of this stream. But I want to mention, I took the Tuxie over to visit Brooke this morning because, you know, I really want at least that Tuxie to be experienced with Brooke because the Tuxie's, you know, the runt of that litter. She's like a little bit more than half the size of the other 2 kittens. She's very tiny compared to them. And I thought it would be nice if she could nurse. She is actually the same weight as Pebble, even though she's so much more mature. You know, the Tuxie kitten is up and running around. She's eating on her own. You know, she's clearly older than Pebble, but I keep saying she. I'm sorry. Thank you, me here. That's a good correction. They're all boys. I keep calling her she for some reason. It takes me a while, you know. So the Tuxie's a boy. Sorry, my bad. He is, you know, the same weight as Pebble, despite the fact that he's probably much older. And I thought it would be really nice if Brooke would nurse him, but so far Brooke is having nothing to do with it. I brought him in there this morning and Brooke just hissed at him, and I didn't want to get too close and give her a chance to do anything mean, so I just let her look at him for a few minutes and then I took him out. But this is a good chance for me to talk to you about my theory of cat introductions. Which is really, it's not really a theory, it's more of a hypothesis because I have no idea yet if it's true, but I've got a little bit of evidence that seems to suggest it, so I will tell you about that. Well, we go up to see the new kittens, all right? These guys are being really, really fun right now, but if you want to watch them instead of listen to me or see the other kittens in the house, you can do that by looking for the regular Kitten Academy live stream on YouTube right now. They are on it, and you can watch them all that you like. So, if that's your goal, hop on over there. Otherwise, come with me and we will see the rest of the kittens at the Academy, right, Meow? I know, Taylor. Yeah, you guys probably have noticed that Taylor and Brooke are both in heat right now, and they're showing that a bit. It is what it is, but you would definitely have heard them meowing if you watched the regular Kitten Academy stream at all and seen them pacing and you know, sort of being interested in getting out and meeting the other cats, but that's something we got to take a little bit carefully, so it is what it is. All right, here, let me peek out here real quick. Maggie is waiting for her chance. When the gate comes down, she is always immediately out into the cat run. the first thing she does, and she's just waiting for it to be her turn. And Ari is just on patrol. He's keeping an eye on everything. So there's Ari. I know. And you guys can hear the construction even more effective. If you look really carefully, you can see the bobcat in the window. That's the bobcat construction tool, not the bobcat animal, although we have had both in our yard. So, okay. Moving right along. Here is Acro. Yeah, good morning. Whoa, he's got the zoomies. Got some zoomies going on, Acro. How about that, huh? You were zoomy last night, too. That's good. I like to see you having the zoomies. And there he goes. Okay. All right, so you guys know that at the top of the stairs, the first door is the annex. Well, the second door is now the second annex. This is where the 3 new kittens are. We'll go into see Brooke first. So hang on one sec. I'm going to apply a little bit of the hand sanitizer. Acro just zoomed back up. He's got the big purr going too. Can you hear this? Oops, I gotta get the door. That's probably DJ. It is DJ. All right, hang on. Sorry, I'm doing a close-up. I'm going in the kitten rooms now, though, so. That was DJ. I'd locked her out. So this really got a thing going now, don't we? Locking people out of places. All right, let's go. So here's little Brooke and Pebble, as you know. And as you know, Brooke just refused to meet the tuxie, but I think she'll get over it. Oh, so that reminds me, I was going to tell you about my theory of introducing cats. And I'll make it brief. The basic idea is this. People tend to say that, you know, cats have to get used to each other's smells, and they will, you know, they'll try to like put a blanket from one cat with the other cat to get the smell accustomed. And that might work a little. And the smell, the inherent smell of that cat might kind of be a thing, but I don't think that's the most of it. I think the most of it is actually the smell of the environment that, you know, cats, especially because cats have so much fur, they pick up the smells of the things around them, and it sort of, you know, becomes their smell to a degree. You know, they smell like the cleaning product that you use on your blankets and the stuff that makes your house smell like your house. You know, sometimes you go to somebody else's house and it doesn't smell bad, it just smells different, right? You know the smell of that person's house because they use a whole different set of cleaning supplies, and they use, you know, just everything. Their house smells different. And I think the cats pick up those smells, and then when you bring a cat from somewhere else to your house, they bring that smell with them. So it's not their smell, it's the smell of the place where they have been. And it takes a few days for them to lose all of that smell and pick up the smell of your house instead. And I think that's most of what the cats respond to, is the smell of that strange place that's on the cat. And if you give it a few days just to let them pick up your smell and become the smell of your house instead of wherever they were, I think that makes introductions much easier. And I can at least say for my part that this morning, if I smell little Pebble here and then I go and smell the tuxie, I can very clearly tell the difference in that smell. And the tuxie smells like Dawes to me. Like Dawes has a particular smell. They use these industrial kind of cleaners on all of their blankets and stuff. And the kitten, the tuxie kitten to me this morning even still smells like Dawes. And I think once it loses that smell of Dawes, that this introduction is likely to go a little bit better. Now, that may not be the whole thing. Brooke may just not want new kittens. She may not be trusting of any other cat. She may, you know, there's a lot of factors. And there could be a little bit of a factor of, you know, maybe the kittens do inherently have a bit of their own smell that's different. So there's a lot of other factors, but I think that's a big one. And I think in a couple days we might have a more successful introduction. Although I'll tell you straight out that if you're trying to get a feel for what I think, I don't think we're going to be able to get these kittens, the new kittens, in with Brooke. I don't think it's going to work out in the end. Look at that. Hey, that's some progress today. This is the first time I've seen Pebble really start to get her back feet in operation and under her and holding her back end up while she's walking. That's good. She's really starting to learn how to walk around. I guess all that bothering you is starting to pay off, isn't it, Pebble? All right, let's go see the new kids real quick. I gotta move this along. DJ's home now, and I want to chat with her about stuff too. All right, so we'll just go right on in. Hi, kids. So here are our kids. They have started to move out of their crate and into the little tiny kitten beds that are popular with every kitten. And they don't have names yet, although I know DJ's working on it. But again, the black one and the tabby here, they weigh about a pound, maybe a little bit more than a pound. And then our little tuxie is much smaller, almost half that size. So I do think they're from the same family, and she's just sort of the runt. But I don't know for sure. They might not be. They get along okay. That's the important thing. What are you doing? Is that how you sitting in bed? Yes, it is. They're all being pretty calm right now. They were running around and playing earlier this morning. And I do have a camera in the room. I've been trying to keep them on the stream once in a while. Although keeping 3 classes on the stream is not something that we have ever planned for, so it's a little bit tricky for us. Also, it doesn't help that we only have 1 camera in this room because we also hadn't planned on making this a kitten room yet, so we're doing what we can. Now, I will tell you that despite the fact that I don't think that we're ever going to have a successful introduction between these guys and Brooke, we can also try putting them together with the Tiny Pants if it comes to that. Although I think that would go over better in a few weeks when these guys are a little bigger. Or, we can just keep them on their own if we have to. I didn't plan on doing 3 separate classes at once, and that's kind of a tall order. But I also don't think that either DJ or I wants to say goodbye to these kids and see them go to another foster now that they've come here and they're just so cute. They really already worm their way into our hearts, so it would be very, very difficult to say goodbye to them. You are so silly. I know I keep referring to some of these as she, like I did earlier, but these 3 are all boys. Even the tabby. You can just sit right up there on top. That's fine. Sure. You can do it your way. I'm glad to see that our tuxie's finally decided to curl up in one of these. She seemed like she thought that all she could do was sit on them for a while. Lady Hawk, I see you asking about the Discord. I wouldn't, so the way the Discord works is that the Discord is a perk for the people who do help us out on Patreon. And you can find the link to our Patreon a few ways, but it's patreon.com/Kitten Academy, I think. And you can pay whatever you want. I think the minimum is $1 a month, but that's the way the Patreon works. It's all up to you. And whatever you do, you get access to that Discord chat. We've had a lot of folks that have had, once they get into the Patreon, they have some issues figuring out how to get from there to the Discord chat. But I'll tell you, if you are in that boat and you have trouble figuring it out, you can always write to the email headmaster@kitten.academy, and our minion, Lisa, will help you out. So a lot of people have gotten help getting into the Discord that way, and sometimes it takes a while, but Lisa never gives up, and so eventually it works out. And for those of you that are just more technical people in general, you won't have any trouble. Hey, look over this way, bud. Hi. Hi. Yes, okay. All right. Well, these guys are just in slow mode right now. And like I said, I want to go chat with DJ for a minute. So with that, I will let you guys catch up on these kittens on the regular Kitten Academy live stream right here on YouTube. Just look for that, Kitten Academy live stream. You can watch some of our kittens all day long, although we'll be switching those cameras around fairly frequently for now until we figure out how to best cover all three groups. But if you watch long enough, you'll see all three. I can promise you that much. And thanks again to all of you for watching. All right, well, let's do a Jimmy D style fade to Tuxie, since the Tuxie's most relaxed right now.